Hi there, and welcome to my channel. So today I've got something a little bit different. As you might know, I do all kinds of art. I do impressionist painting, and I also do pottery. I do pit-fired pottery, and I do raku pottery. So with pit-fired pottery, you can do it in a hole in the ground, or you can do it in like a dustbin or something like that. And that's what I use. I use a metal bin, and I use all organic material. I use wood mainly, and I use sawdust, and I put in various kinds of organic material, all kinds of things like banana peel, rose petals, and things that I find in our Cornish hedgerows, all kinds of herbs and that kind of thing. And so one of the things that I use a lot of is seaweed. And of course, as you can see, we have a lot of seaweed right on our doorstep, which is lovely. And I collect the seaweed and dry it and add it to the pit fire with the pots. And I love to go down to the beach very, very early in the morning when there's nobody around and collect my seaweed for my pit fires. So the thing is, you really need to do the pit firing. I use bisque pottery, so it has to be fired first. Well, it doesn't have to, but it's best if you do. You have a more success if you bisque fire it. So I use bisque fired pottery, and I make bowls and various things. And I use everything is completely organic. There is no glazes or anything like that. It's just completely, it's the pottery is dyed from the whatever you put in there, the organic material, and it's matte. It's got a matte finish, and I usually finish it with Cornish beeswax. And the beeswax gives it just a lovely feel and a lovely sheen, but not a shine, not highly shiny like most pottery that you see. This is a matte finish, very organic, very natural, and it's how the ancients did it. And this is a piece that has been pit fired, and then I painted onto it with organic materials again, and to represent an ancient cave art, really. So that's what this piece is about. Now, of course, this pottery, pit-fired pottery, can't really be used for foodstuffs. And that's why, that you get this glazed pottery, or your plates and your cups and anything that you eat food from has to be glazed to seal it. But this is just purely ornamental, really. It's just lovely ornamental things that you can put on your shelf or your coffee table or something like that. And the patterns that you see on the pit-fired pieces are permanent. They're burnt into the pottery. So here you'll see that I've made some of these lovely eggs. They come apart, and they can be used as a little trinket box for your rings or your jewelry or anything really, little bits and pieces, and they look lovely on a coffee table. And sometimes I use a little bit of gold leaf on some of the pieces, and I do this after the piece has been fired. So anything can be pit fired, any kind of pottery can be pit fired. It is a rustic looking way of firing pottery. It's how the ancients did it. They didn't have electric kilns and gas kilns and things. They just made everything by hand, and they threw them in the fire until they were ready. And they used them as well for food, but can't do that these days. So as you'll see, there's some beautiful patterns created by the fire and by the organic material. If you like rustic pottery, how the ancients did it, this is something that you might like. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, it would be lovely if you could click the like button, and it would be very nice if you did decide to subscribe to my channel. I would love that. And with that, I'll say bye for now, and as always, love from Cornwall.